County Fair. And I'm talking from an arena, it sounds like. That was a big surprise from Mr. Lake. I don't know where that feedback or that arena effect's coming from, but that's pretty cool.
Probably a loop back.
That's all right. That's all right. We got it all figured out now. So, hey, welcome everybody to day 2.
No, it's not.
Actually,
it is day 4.
Day 2 of the full fair. Day 4 of
the fair.
Of the fair. So, and as
Sounds
always,
like a love affair.
it is.
That's fair.
I have a love affair with the fair.
We have a lot of fair jokes lately.
Yeah.
They've been coming out. You look fair today.
I'm proud to be here.
Who won the $5,000 last night? That's what I want to know. You don't know.
It was Lashley Waddle. I could have brought the names. I sure wish that I brought that. I could have brought the results for that. But
we'll get them tomorrow.
The funny part of that was she showed up finally to the gate. When she walked in the gate, she said, "I don't have the ticket."
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Said,
I don't know what to tell you.
She said, "I hope my husband has it, but I don't know where he is." And it wasn't 2 minutes. He gets there. She hollers at him, "Give me the ticket." And he did have the ticket.
Oh, that's so good.
So it was really I thought she was going to pass out when they finally got there with the ticket.
Oh, my gosh. Now, does that come in the form of a check or cash money?
That's a check.
Okay, I was about to say, that's got to go to IRS. That's over $600.
Hey, all we do is give them the $5,000. It's up to her to pay the rest.
I got you.
Yeah. I was saying, we were talking about that last night. It's anything over
$600.
anything over $600, you have to claim it, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I didn't know if you guys had to claim it or not on your side.
I would think you'd have to do a
giveaway.
1099 or something
Yeah, I
like
was
that.
thinking that too.
We do present them with 10. Anything even some of these event winners get 1099s.
Absolutely, you'd have to, yeah. Especially some of them do, like, you can either get the prize or the cash value for some of the giveaways.
Right.
Yeah.
All of ours is just the winners that we do. Most of ours are through the event coordinator.
Right.
We just pay them a flat fee for them to pay out the rest.
Well, I got to tell you, the weather looks amazing outside.
It is.
I tell you, it compared to last night, today is a sauna because it was so nice last night. I ended up about 20 minutes till, I say about 10 after 1.
Mm-hmm.
I had a long sleeve shirt on.
Right.
So but it was still gorgeous. It was a great night after the Roger went by.
That's right.
It was really a good thing for us.
Now, my wife Kathy was working out at the gate, and she said that the rain came through, she got wet, and then it just got cold and cold and cold.
I thought it was gorgeous. I mean, I was finally cooled
Roger.
off.
I'm sorry, David. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to drop that word.
But it was fine. I mean, we had several people we saw, and that main event was probably lasted till like almost 1 a.m. and it was the last heat, which is the feature, was for real. It was unreal.
So today was Special Needs Day. How did that go? That had to be exciting. I know my mother-in-law came out today, so
I'm still wearing my shirt for now, and they came early and stayed late. That's what.
No, that's good.
150 special needs adults and children, and we had all the caregivers with them. We had several places that were multiple.
And it was all free, right?
All free.
All free.
They
even ate?
Food. Everything was free. Come on in.
That is an awesome thing.
I've got to give a shout out to a good friend, Aaron Spawn. I used to serve with him. He's a teacher now out at the high school after he retired. And in his volunteer time, he helps patients and stuff that are struggling. And I don't know if you knew this, but my brother-in-law is actually on hospice, and so he's not doing very well. And so Aaron comes over and plays the guitar with them and stuff, and I get to do that too. But Aaron does that for volunteer to kind of, because Bradley knows me, but he doesn't know Aaron, so it's a little bit more uplifting. And Aaron came out with him today, and my mother-in-law to do that with the ride. So I thought it was a neat engagement. So shout out to Aaron. Thank you for the help and support with my family.
We've got a couple of sponsors that take part of that, and one of them doesn't like it to be publicized, but we think it should be. CNC Portables and Septic Work and Flaherty Chevrolet actually do that, and it's nice. It's unreal what they do, and what we're able to do with that sponsorship is refund all the food booths what they're out. I mean, not this year, but and the one thing that we really want everybody to understand is this is one of the best days of the fair. I mean, and I want our partner in this is Kissel Entertainment, our place. So this year they had 14 rides open.
Wow.
So
awesome.
That's unheard of.
Awesome. So, I mean, I mean, otherwise these special needs people probably wouldn't even be able to come to the fair.
They will not.
If it would be, it's too loud. It's too much of a crowd. Tough to get on and off the rides. And a lot of bright lights and things, and
lights and sound.
We take it for granted that we can kind of like just work through that every day. And some people who have these these special needs, we can't take that for
I
granted.
need to answer radio just real quick.
Yes, absolutely. So tonight we are going to have the truck and tractor pull for I think this is the Battle of the Bluegrass, and so I believe that starts at 8:00, or is it? I think it's 8:00 tonight. I'll get an exact number here in a moment. And, it's already starting to pick up. The crowds are coming in. It's actually a beautiful day.
It's a little hot today, though, Mark.
It's hot, but it's not nearly as humid as it was yesterday.
And it's not packed yet. I'm taking some roundabout footage for the audience and stuff like that. I mean, kind of give you a sense of our booth. The rafters, the ceiling fans are going. The crowds are kind of strolling in because everybody knows it starts at 5. But man, look at that weather outside. Hold on a second. See if I can get that shot.
I will if you can get that.
It's got
focused in.
There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. It's coming.
Yeah.
There. Look, it's just so bright. I can't even get the camera to focus. But look at those beautiful clouds. It's just gorgeous. And you look at the trees a little bit. There is a little bit of a breeze because we got fans on, but out there it's just, and once the sun goes down, it's going to be pretty decent. So.
Oh yeah, it's it'll get down into the 70s and be there most of the night once the sun goes down. But that's going to be around. Unfortunately, we are about as far on the western edge of the Eastern time zone as you can get. So that means. It doesn't really get dark here in the summertime until nearly 10 o'clock. But all it needs to do is get down over beyond the trees over there, and it'll be much cooler.
Yeah.
And the breeze will pick up. It'll be nice, and I don't think it'll be as cold tonight as it was last night. It got chilly last night.
No, it was nice. Hopefully we get. I know Pastor Ryan's going to come back out and talk to us, but we've got Gary Chapman coming on.
Yeah, I'm expecting Gary to come on tonight.
Yeah, and then you got the sheriff and JJ.
JJ and the sheriff are coming on tomorrow. And
they're gonna static again. You know what that is, folks? That's not static. That's the sound of Meade County Christian School crushing ice, making snow cones from fresh right here. It's
right across the street here from us. So.
They got a little intro for the school. It's nice.
We should get a shot of them at some point so we can see. But
I'll get them in a second.
That shot outside is looking nice. So, but tonight's going to be a good night. It's going to be you're going to have the truck and tractor pool. You're going to have like I said, it's the bluegrass pool. They have 5 classes. 3 tractor classes and 2 truck classes. One's I think is diesel truck and one is just 4x4 trucks. And then the other, then they have like light limited super stock and hot farm tractor, things like that. So it's gonna be a nice event. It's always pulls a big crowd and. It's usually a lot of fun, so come out. If you haven't decided to come out, it's actually a great day to come to the fair. So
there's your shot of Meade Christian School. They're out here in full force. Got a couple of the teachers out here. I think I've even got Landon's second grade teacher out here. So, and Liam will be going back there. It's really reasonably priced for tuition to go, and it's worth the while. I mean, the ratio for teacher to student is low.
Yeah,
it's extremely low, which means that there's a little bit more time to spend with each of the students. And I mean, Landon already started learning cursive last year. His math is, I would say, beyond his years, and the spelling and his ability to spell all the words. He had, I think he missed 5 words the entire year.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good.
That's impressive. I mean, It's awesome to see him how much he wants to learn.
Oh yeah,
and those are good boys you have.
Yeah, Liam on the other hand wants to run from learning and go play. So but he's 4, so
he's got his own spirit.
Mm-hmm.
All in good time, right?
Yep. Well,
hey, I want to talk to you something. There's a subject that you just while we're waiting on David to come back, he had to David excused himself. He had
radio.
He had to go. He got a radio call and he has to go take care of something. But he'll be back with us here in a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about cursive.
How important is that?
How important is cursive?
So most people don't think it's important because you can digitally sign stuff and all that other stuff, but you still got to sign a check.
You can print a check and it still counts.
You can print a check,
still print
but not
your
everybody
money.
has a printer for.
I can put an X on a check and it still counts, as long as I have a witness.
That's true at a witness, but
But why does cursive exist?
well, I don't know, Mark. You tell me why. This is one of those I don't know why.
Because
Well,
cursive doesn't exist for you to have a signature. Cursive exists.
It's a
because-
form of writing, and it is. I think it's important because when you correspond, it means a lot. I will tell you that I write in cursive when I correspond. I do it with employees. I do it with coworkers, and it's just thoughtful when you do a thank you note or other types of things. I remember taking calligraphy and
I did too.
and learning how to do those
don't get
tails
me
and
wrong.
whips.
I don't mind writing in cursive.
No,
I
I
write
gotcha.
in cursive, and when I do letter writing, but the reason it existed was because before you had a computer, before you had typewriters,
Yeah, you had to write everything.
everything was written, and
You needed
it
to be
was-
legible.
It was invented so that you didn't have to pick your pen up off of the paper. You could just flow one line across
That's right.
each word. You only picked up at the word, not at the letter. So it flowed and was faster for you to write. It was actually created to be a faster form of writing.
I don't disagree with that statement.
And so, but we've come to, it's kind of like everything that happens in history. It's like we come to see it as a signature and as an important piece of it. It's an instrument.
But my only problem
because our
is
signature is different than anyone else's.
But my only problem now is that kids don't know how to write in cursive. So when they even do write, it's all like they do when they text and they try to draw emojis and stuff. And I'm supposed to make out what they said. So I don't get it anymore. The language is
that's
skewed.
a whole but even beyond
Sentence structure, all of that other stuff. You know what I mean?
This is obviously an impromptu subject. I thought it was
Absolutely
kinda
impromptu.
fun. I think it's a fun subject for me anyway.
You're taking me down a road.
And but really and truly, it's a written communication has become like you said. It's like it's text, it's email, and you have spell check and things. But the thing is like we are losing our language. And something that a book that's very, very important to me. It was written by George Orwell, this subject was very important to George Orwell. Back in the 30s and 40s, that's why he wrote the book 1984, which came out in 1948, and that's where you get the Orwellian speaking and things like that, where it's double tongue and every word has a different meaning, and the Big Brother came from, right? So Orwell really thought, and if you read his essays and things, he really felt that we were going to, the way language was being was already being manipulated and such back in the 30s, when you saw the Soviets and the communism up now. Orwell would have considered himself a progressive, but progressive and communism don't necessarily mean the same thing. They progressivism. Republicans were considered progressive in the 1860s when we were trying to abolish slavery, right? And so we were the progressives at that point. So the whatever's against the status quo kind of becomes the progressive at the time. So, but you see Democrats and socialists now trying to capture progressivism as their word. And
Right.
it's not. That's a word that has multiple meanings at any time in history.
I'd like to be the digressive.
The degressive.
The
You wanna go back?
digressive. I just want to stay where we're at. Anytime they progress, I want to go backwards, especially when we get into different. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that.
I'm all for moving forward, but we have to move forward at the
Together.
right pace, together, and we don't
Unified, not divided.
we don't do it for just one person or
That's right.
one group's
United
benefit.
States, not
That's right.
divided, not ununited.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right.
So let's see what's coming up. Let's see.
What is the big event tonight?
Tonight is the tractor pull, the truck and tractor pull. We just talked about that a few minutes ago. It's the bluegrass pull. The
Rides start at 6?
Battle of the bluegrass.
4
Actually,
minutes.
rides
4 minutes.
rides started at 5, I think.
6.
Is it 6?
Yeah, rides start at 6. Gates open at 5. It's all. Yep.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Nope. I just heard it on the radio before I came.
That's good. So I thought I could have swore that they said 5 o'clock.
But food's
today.
open. Food's been open.
I'm gonna check that number real quick, but
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know why I missed it. So I see David. Maybe he's going to come back this way, but so
Well, we could take a break and come back.
But whether the rides are up and running at 5 or 6, as you said, come and eat.
We're here. Yeah.
The supper is ready for you
Come-
out there on the
Yep.
out there in the food booths. Come and support your local your local community.
That's right. Activities. You got
activities and high school and other organizations within the community that are here. Come and talk with some of the people in the vendor booths. Now,
That's right. Boosters.
Any booth that's inside we can't sell anything in the. Sorry about that.
We don't sell anything.
We can't sell anything inside these buildings here.
But there's lots of giveaways.
But there's lots of giveaways out in the in each one of these booths are given away. We're gonna give away a gift certificate. I think it's a Red Lobster gift certificate.
That's right.
$50.
All you got to do is like, share.
Share. That's right.
Like and share
And
our
subscribe.
page and subscribe on
Share and
YouTube
subscribe on YouTube and like and share on Facebook.
and Twitter. And if you do all of that, you'll enter yourself in to win a dinner for two at Red Lobster.
At the end of the week.
It's actually a gift card. If it gets you
It's a
dinner
gift
for
card,
two.
but it's a dinner for two or one big dinner for one.
That's right.
If we get to the end of the week, and what we'll do is we'll pull out all the names that have liked and shared this week.
Yep.
And we will then enter all those people into a drawing, and we will choose one out.
Yeah, and then also we're going to be going to Fancy Farm, so it might be cool we announce it at Fancy Farm.
You
can tune in then and watch us at Fancy
We
Farm.
could, but I hate for people to wait for a whole
Well,
week.
we could do it Thursday before Fancy Farm.
Yeah, we could do it on the podcast on Thursday.
You always got a fire to put out around here. Hopefully it's not in one of the food booths because all that food is good out there. So how's things going, Dave?
Smells good. That was just a little situation that had to be attended to.
Okay.
Okay, good.
No big deal. Hopefully.
All taken care of.
Yep. Already
good.
I amended it anyway. Sorry if I'm sweating on TV.
We're all sweating. The back of my shirt is completely drenched.
One thing that we have forgotten both days this week is a fan.
Mm-hmm.
And my son's going to bring it up here to us.
We have lots of fans that are watching us out there.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
That's right. But yeah, so we filled the time.
I think I was talking special needs a little more on it today.
Yep.
Yep.
We had several. Kristen Hibbard, she works through the Meade County High School Special Needs Program, and she's a great help to this. Our coordinator for this is Russ Fackler, who has a son that is special needs, and we just have multitude of folks that just come out that want to be a part and want to help us make this a great day. And it's if it doesn't grab you by the throat, nothing will. So
yeah.
It's
I was
good
trying
time.
really hard to get out here today just to kind of experience it. And
I knew I couldn't because I had to work all day, but I'm off the rest of this week. I wish if it was later in the week, it'd have been great, but just a different schedule this week.
It's just a day that you'll never forget. I mean, I'm talking since 2019.
Yep.
And it's just, there's nothing given there. I mean, they all just enjoy the simplest things you do for them.
Yeah.
And it's really a uplifting experience if you haven't been here. But next year we'll do our best to have it on Tuesday again, weather permitting. Last year we had to change it to Friday, and it's been a great time. And just we had about 150 special needs. And
that's awesome.
Many other people that helped be a part of it that became and were a part. Caregivers, family members, and they got to go to the barn. We had pigs, we had sheep, we had goats, we had ponies, they got to see all that, and then the Kissel. I was thinking the Kissel entertainment.
What I like about what you just said is that you got to remember not to take them for granted, but the caregivers actually get a day. They're here. They get to participate and they get to eat, and it's an awesome thing that this community does. This is, it truly is a community affair. It really is a community affair, a family affair, as you say. And I've had nothing but I've never had a bad time at Meade County Fair. I believe when I was a kid in the 80s, that's about the time you were getting started with all this, I think, right?
Yep. 1982. They had a lady come to the window today, and she was wanting to buy some tickets for tonight, in which we do that if somebody wants to buy the day of, and we sell. And she said, I talked to a family and asked them if they were coming to the fair. And she said, well, we just can't afford for everybody every night. And she said, well, how about if I pay for your fair entry tonight? And she took that upon herself to get them the tickets they needed for their family, because she told her, she said, I want you to experience what I have had all my life.
That's awesome.
She said, I want you all to know that the fair means as much to this community as anything, and we want you all to go leave here tonight with that same feeling.
Yeah, I mean, this is where you get to know your neighbor. You get to see what your neighbors and your community is capable of. This is a big feat. I mean, this is a big deal to put all of this on. All your volunteers. I know we talk about it all the time, but we can't say it enough. How your team pulls this together every year. And if I have to shout out to the team every day, we're going to do that, because I've never had, like I said, I don't think I've ever had a bad time at the Meade County Fair.
There's a few people that have some different opinions.
Sure,
I'm sure
you can't make everybody happy.
We had some people. I don't look at it. People come up and say, "What about the stuff on Facebook about the candy throwing, different things?" I said, that stuff means nothing to me. It's the folks that were 6,000 people sitting up and down that road.
That's right.
An hour-long takeoff for that parade that people participated. I mean, that's the people that mean the stuff to me.
Absolutely.
There were hundreds of people in the parade.
Oh
yeah.
We talked about that. Funny you mentioned that. We never thought we've talked about the number of people that were all up and down the roadway, but we never once thought about
all the people volunteered
were in the parade.
That's right.
And that's the thing. So,
you all don't require us to register. I say us because we participate every year. But you don't require us to register or say, hey, how many people. I'd be kind of curious to see how many people, we had about 40 or so in our group.
We had a lot of walkers for support
for Daniel Cameron and such coming in. So
that'll be a suggestion we talked about. I'll put down for them to tally how many people go out onto the road for the parade.
Yeah, it'd be nice to know. It's a stat that I'm curious about, just because those are all volunteer people coming together to say, hey, let's hand out some candy and let people get to know us a little bit and let us know what our organization's about and just have fun. I mean, it's hot sometimes, and it's a long walk, but man, you don't even think about the walk when you're doing it.
No, there's too many smiling faces out there. And the kids and stuff too.
Steve and I just drove the cart this year, so.
It's all downhill too.
Yeah, except for that last hill. Hey, I will tell you, you were talking about the families coming out here and all that stuff. I never saw two little boys happier than a pig and Pooh running around here. And I felt safe watching them running around here.
Texas is coming out of the boys.
I just thought it was really good. It's not
the thing that really bothers me, and this is my fair manager safety side coming out of me. The only thing about the parade that bothers us as a board, we put down, please don't throw candy. We want the kids to enjoy the candy. The problem is the parents let them run right out
I know.
cars.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the thing that bothers us the most is how do you protect them from getting hit, falling under a car, somebody's looking the other direction. They'll go for one little Tootsie Roll, and it's
bam.
That's the thing you can't, and that's something we'd never get over.
I think the only way you would ever get over that, just in my perspective, it would be if you had shortened the route and then you could have more security to put up the barriers like you would in a bigger city. But, I don't think you could do that because it would just take away from the parade. And a mile long, we had a mile long
parade for about 3 miles of a walk.
Yeah. And we're not Macy's Day Parade either. It's not like you got the stopping spot to get on camera and everybody do their little dance.
I want it to be Macy's one year, though. I want to see Snoopy out there and a big,
We got to check how many power lines are going.
Yeah, I know. That's true.
Yeah, we don't need Snoopy electrocuted halfway down. The kids won't get over that.
So, not just the parade.
The kids probably don't even know who Snoopy is anymore.
So yesterday, you guys had the pageant going on, and tonight's the Pee Wee pageant. So I had to go get cash, and the only ATM I could find was the one over there, and I happened to walk in right when they were doing the swimsuit competition. I was like,
There's an ATM right over there.
yeah, it moved.
Outside
It moved last night.
ATMs were removed last night because of a contract mess up, and they thought we ended yesterday. It's just actually through next Monday's when they were supposed to pick it up, so they didn't want to leave them and have to make another trip back. So that's something we'll fix for next year.
Yeah.
So there is no ATM over
The
here?
only one there is one in the Farm Bureau building.
That's the one I went to.
And
but there's
does Kissels have one?
They used to.
I think it's over by the ticket booth, if I
I haven't
remember.
made it to the carnival yet this year.
Okay.
I haven't either.
I'm sure you've been pretty busy.
My grandkids, I think, are coming
Taking
tomorrow.
naps.
All right. Oh, yeah. But all right. So walk us through a day in the life of the Fair Board president. Take us through like getting up in the morning and
What do you have for breakfast?
your meetings and then all that going through the day. How do you get geared up for a day like this?
Let's just talk yesterday.
Okay.
Tuesday, I was actually here by 7:20, and I got home this morning about 1:20. Back up at 6:30, back out here at 7:10. That's later than normal. We pushed it back to be a little further back, and our goal is what you don't understand. Everything you set up on Tuesday has to be taken down Wednesday morning and set up for the Wednesday events. We're not real smart. We would have demolition derbies back to back instead of moving all those blocks.
Right.
I got to remind you, today's Tuesday.
What did I say?
You said yesterday was Tuesday.
Oh, that's the first thing you lose your
That's
mind.
the first thing you
But yesterday on Monday, we
I thought it was telling that, yeah, right there.
the
So.
demolition. We're already planning for Wednesday.
That's
so
right.
That's a good thing. So, and moving the blocks is a big job. I mean, those are 2,000-pound blocks or a little heavier, and for the demolition derby, it just takes a little bit of time
But it's
to do that.
But then, as a spectator, you kind of like having it spread out throughout the week.
Well, it gives your people that are demolition derby drivers time to get the car repaired for Thursday.
Right.
But the big thing that what we do with all this, and for us, is what we like about it is you want your variety spread out. You want your bigger events tonight. Battle of the Bluegrass Truck and Tractor Pull tonight. You're going to see one of the best local style pools that we can put together. There's no other pool in our area with them tonight. Usually they have 3 to 4 of the same company all over.
Right.
Tonight they'll be
So they could be from everywhere.
They
Wow.
will be tonight.
Now,
here.
most of them are here already, right?
Well, they're
Or-
coming in.
the Battle of Bluegrass is local, so everybody's
Yes.
driving in the day
Yeah.
of. The one on Friday and Saturday, that's when they're in. They're in
on Thursday.
They're in overnight. They're pulling in over in the pits.
Yep.
Early and often.
They park in Save a Lot. They go with a Shopco, which
Waiting
now
for-
is big
waiting for
lots.
the-
They wait for the signal to come on in.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
most
so-
of them don't realize they're driving in over 500 body parts, car
Body parts, yeah.
There in
Yeah,
the
that's,
area.
Let's clarify that for the morgue.
Mark straightened me out on that last year, so I thought I better clarify that
That's
a little
right.
better. And that's where I'm coordinating with all of our board, and I've got such a good board that shows up, and we have 2 employees that are helping us this year that are helping with the tear down setup. Jerry Lancaster, local guy that's been a part of the fair, he handles our community building, of course. He knows the record, what the schedule is, what needs to be set up, when it needs to be set up, when it needs to be taken down. We never go to that building.
So outside of the superintendents of each one, Jerry's taking care of the the movements
logistics
between
for it,
the
yeah.
logistics in between. That's I didn't realize he was doing that.
Oh,
That's-
it's a big relief for us. And we send 2 folks to help him. They take care of all the chairs set up and tear down, and if there's trash or anything. needs
I
to
will
be
say
cleaned.
this: wherever you look, whether it's the arena, the community building, you don't even know what was there before, because it's a complete swap out of what's going on. I mean, you don't know that Thursday night when come Friday, you're not going to know that Thursday night was a demolition derby. All you see is a truck pull track.
And if you go out there right now, those guys started about 10 o'clock this morning, cleaning the blocks, picking up all the gear. We wanted to make sure we weren't making too much racket with the equipment backing up for the special needs day. We got torn down far enough that we felt we were comfortable with the backup alarms, things like that. Then we had to pick up all the car parts that were left in there. I'm going to quit saying body. I'm going to say the car parts that were left in the arena.
And
cleaned that
they're
up.
everywhere.
Then we start chiseling. And it's a subsoiler that we try to put in the ground. But where you roll that, so many cars in that center track, it's hard to get that opened up. And we've probably, since we've opened it up, we've probably put somewhere in the neighborhood of 4,000 to 5,000 gallons of water on that track today.
Yeah.
Not counting the rain yesterday. Roger
That's
yesterday.
Roger.
So that's a logistics.
Y'all said it again.
Yep,
And
that's a logistics. That's because we
worked on
survived him
Road
yesterday.
pillar. We've got. If
We-
you go out
we-
there, it's about that deep.
Yeah.
And then they'll take a roller and they'll roll that down to where it's almost
Hard pack.
a little pack, not hard, but it's a surface on it. And when if you look at those truck and tractors, they paid to shave those tires, and it's designed for that bite. And we want that bite for that dirt to grip, but give.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we've got one of the
I mean, you
best
see them go out there.
track
They go out there with the
Prods,
the
yeah.
prods, and they're poking it down, seeing, and they're looking for a certain depth. The ease of movement at a certain depth, right?
And where they don't want to go down just a little bit and hit a hard pan, because that's
Right.
hard on a motor. If they spin out one of those tires,
They had to be hard on the
150
$50,000 on a motor.
Yeah.
And it's really amazing how those guys are. It's not little time anymore on any of them.
No.
It's that big a deal. So
It's a hobby.
But it's gonna be fun tonight. The local is usually a pretty good time. I know that Andrew and the team back there at the pit gate, they're back there serving up the drivers and their families and things, and it's they do a really good job back there. So shout out to Andrew Ford and the team back there.
and our sponsors,
And your
that help
sponsor,
sponsor that.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to the
I'm not going to mention mine.
the expansion on the building.
wife, I should say.
I took the time to look through as I went and ordered yesterday, and there isn't a single group that's not happy about that.
Oh yeah.
You could just see them. They were so much happier and not running all over the top of each other.
What's
And-
really cool is they can actually get another crew in a little earlier. They can be in the back getting ready to go, while the other crew, they can swap out.
Yeah.
That's the part I saw about it last
We
week.
worked with Swim, did the lunch yesterday, the fried bologna, bacon, BLT.
Oh, I had that last night. It was really good.
We went up, got lunch from them yesterday, and delivered down. And they said it was great to be able to do lunch. And I thought, okay. And they said, we were able to do lunch as kind of a test run for tonight.
Okay.
And they said it really helped them to do
Oh, that's
quite
good.
a bit of that. So it worked out real well for them. So,
Very good.
but it's really good. And, the thing about it is, and I want to do a shout out. I said last night that we have the Meade County High School dance team and the middle school team. They did a great job for the first night of parking.
Wow.
They're doing an excellent job out there tonight, and it's a lot more people coming faster.
Yeah.
That's how they
It's,
learn.
it's filling up pretty quick tonight. So,
And we had one question from the dance team.
what's that?
If and it happened, what do we do if it's inclement weather? They got their first test on the first night, so
Yeah.
we pulled them off the lot.
Yeah.
As soon as that bad weather, we weren't going to take that chance. So we brought them in till the rain was over, put them back out. So right now we think we're good through the rest of the week. We will see where it goes, but
Yeah, you never know. We're in Kentucky.
that's sometimes
This is
if it
Kentucky
cools
along the
things
Ohio
off,
River.
it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice when it's in the morning
Or overnight.
or overnight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
overnight just washes things away. You wake up refreshed
Perfect
and new in the
Fair
morning.
Is hot Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday half day, mudsling going on. About 11 o'clock, good gentle rain comes in. No storms. Get here Thursday morning, it's like 80 the rest of the week.
And
Oh, my.
we've had some really great fairs. You remember the one year that we didn't have a single day with a single high above in the 90s at all for July. That was
We were in the wrong place.
oh yeah, that's more like Southern California or something, right? Where it's constantly 80, 82, 83 degrees, and you got the breeze coming in off the ocean.
It was gorgeous.
It was,
That's the best pharmacist in all of Meade County right there. Robbie.
Big Rob.
Yeah, Big Rob. I'm sorry. I'm waving at the audience. Crowd, I'm sorry. Waving at the audience.
Yeah.
I got away from
I
you.
hated to run out on you a while ago, but I'm going to need to.
I know.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
think
I
we're-
just wanna
think
say
we're-
thanks
I
again.
think
We're
close
wrapping it
here,
up anyway.
Wrapping up for the first segment. We're going to have another segment in a little while. We're going to we're going to have a few of our neighbors here come and join us,
All
and
right, good deal.
and let them have a little bit of time. And of course, we'll give the disclaimer that this is not they're not promoting us or anything. We just want to share the time. Let
We're
people know
just
who we're
informing
talking with.
the public. That's all we're
right.
doing.
My
So thanks.
stance on this is just so we can continue to let the people that can't be here know what's going
That's
on.
right.
That's right.
And we appreciate it.
No, thank you. I appreciate it too.
Thank you, David.
Thanks, David.
Appreciate it.
Take care, sir.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a break now. Go get something to eat. I don't know where that's coming from.
I do. Keep working on it.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go get us some of that grub we just talked about, and we're going to come back here in about an hour or so and give you another segment. Try to visit with some of our neighbors here in the community in the vendor buildings, and I think we're in Building D, if I remember right. And so we're across from the jailer and the sheriff. We have Abe's Country Village off to the left, Meade County Christian and Journey Church right across the aisle. We're next door to the GOP booth, and we're also right next door to the on the other side of us is the Remax. Remax Integrity, I believe, is the name of this particular outfit. Down the way, we have BB Tel. So shout out to everybody here that's around us. We're going to try to get as many of you on as we can and let you guys kind of meet and greet who we have. So for now, we're going to sign off, and we'll come back in about an hour or so. Have a good night.
See you guys. We'll be back.
Peace.